Hello ladies and gents, this is KANO from the gamer section back with another review. For today's review is on Death or Treat for the Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Let's start off with the graphics in the game. Death or Treat's graphics has this paint-drawn, colorful, gritty look to the game, which gives it that feeling of Halloween in a dark sense. Now when it comes to the audio of the action, it is crisp with the sounds on point with the attacking to the enemies in the game. Now the music in the game is dark and it really does feel spooky when it comes to each area in the game. The whole overall presentation to Death or Treat is fast, fluid, and very easy on the eye. Death or Treat is an action roguelike RPG game where you go from area to area fighting hordes of enemies on each stage, to the point you end up fighting a boss at the end of the stage. What really caught my eye is how fast paced the combat is in the game. If you play games like Ori or Hollow Knights, then you see how fast the game really is. It isn't like any RPG game or some sorts, but you do upgrade in the game as far as weapons, health, and special abilities is concerned. Another point that I noticed is how many enemies that I was fighting from each area of the game that I was facing. Now this game is really hard, whereas if you fighting the bosses in the game, you really have to have a tactic into how to beat the boss. If not, you will die really quick, which is frustrating. Now when it comes down to the weapons, you end up with sticks, swords, hammers, etc. in the game. Now some of the special abilities that are in the game is the boomerang, turning to the ghost tornado, just to name a few. Now in each level you can collect a lot of candies to help upgrade the buildings, to help you upgrade the things that you need in the game, along with other things like bones and bats, for example. The main flaw in Death or Treat is that, let's say you are on the last boss on the game and you end up dying. You basically have to start back over from the first boss again, and that's really frustrating to me. I've done that twice, and if I'm missing something where you can just skip to the last stage in the game, then it's beyond me. Another issue that I had is on the Xbox Series version. I did notice the buttons in the game is a bit clunky, and sometimes it does take a second to respond, which a patch should fix that. There were some animations that I got stuck into a wall area and where I couldn't get to the next part of the level where the tunnel was missing, and I had to restart the game again. The final straw that I faced is the fact that the game crashed on me a couple of times, where I ended up at the dashboard on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X side a couple of times, but it's only minor where a patch should fix it. For that, I give Death or Treat a 4 out of 5. Thank you for tuning into the best place for gaming, and that's the gamer section. Be sure to hit the like button on the video, and please subscribe to the channel.